Hello everybody and welcome back. Today I have an awesome video for you in which I'm gonna present you fragrances of the Spanish independent niche perfume house that is called Oliver&Co. Oliver&Co was founded by a self-taught perfumer, Oliver Valverde, and I was so lucky that I had a chance to meet Oliver in the perfume exhibition, and I was really looking forward meeting him, because one day as I was looking for new fragrances on Fragrantica, and you know guys that I really like fragrances with unusual notes in them, I came across Oliver's brand, and some of the notes that his fragrances feature I have never ever seen before, so that's why I was extremely excited to try out his collection. And I need to tell you that Oliver is not only a very talented perfumer, but he's also a very nice guy. He took his time and explained me each and single detail about his fragrances, and also told me about his concept, which I find very inspiring. So Oliver creates fragrances in the avant-garde style, and what that means is basically avant-garde perfumery tries to break the well-established rules of perfume industry, trying to find its own path. And that is very appealing to me because that is the goal of my channel. On my channel, in my videos, I try to inform you about amazing independent brands, because I find that we have so many very similar perfumes on the market that we really need something new, something special, and that is exactly what avant-garde brands offer us. So Oliver's fragrances are extremely unique, and to create avant-garde perfume is always a risk, because when you create something new, you don't know if people will like it or not. But the result of Oliver's work is fantastic. That's why I absolutely cannot wait to share with you my thoughts on his fragrances. So if you are intrigued, then please keep on watching. So I would like to start with this perfume that is called Amber Green. And firstly, let's have a look at the packaging. So this is a beautiful box that each fragrance of illustrated series, this is one of Oliver's collections, comes in. So in the front you have the name of the brand, the name of the fragrance, and this symbol is actually an alchemical symbol for essence. But in the back you have an illustration, and each fragrance has its own illustration, and I find that it is extremely interesting how Oliver shows us a deep connection between illustration and olfactive composition. So you can really take your time and explore each and single detail, because each illustration is unique, and he really puts a lot of effort into the packaging. It is very modern, it is kind of like avant-garde, as well as the fragrances themselves. So let's talk about Amber Green and how it smells. Amber Green is extremely unique fragrance, and what I like about the bottle is that you can actually see all the notes that the fragrance features, and I find that extremely helpful. So Amber Green is truly unique, and it is a green bomb. This is such a green fragrance, I cannot describe you. You have never smelled such a green fragrance like this. But what makes it outstanding from a lot of other green fragrances that exist on the market is the fact that it is a very sharp, pleasant green scent. Because yes, we can find green, light, pleasant fragrances, but try to find sharp, green, pleasant fragrance. It is really hard. And Oliver uses really unusual notes in his fragrances. That is kind of like his thing, and that is the most exciting thing for me. So the most outstanding notes in the opening are all green notes. There are a bunch of them. I won't read you them all, you can see them, but very outstanding note to me is the note of basil, which is super aromatic, which is very herbal, and it gives this composition that vegetal feeling. To me, This fragrance smells a little bit like a freshly cut vegetables that you are gonna put into the salad that you're gonna eat on a very hot summer day. It has a vegetal character, and it has really sharp green elements, so they are not actually very soft, but they are very pleasant, and that is the cool thing about this perfume. Another cool thing is that it features amber, and amber is a note that is usually to find in oriental, more gourmand or sophisticated fragrances, and I have never seen a fragrance that is green and that features the note of amber, so that makes this fragrance special. And amber comes through much more in the dry down, and it kind of like softens the scent. So in the beginning it is very sharp, it is intense, it is green, but then it kind of like settles down. And the most exciting thing about this perfume is actually that it is awarded. It is an award winner. It was awarded by Duft Stars 2017 for the best artistic independent perfume by the France Foundation Germany, and I'm extremely happy that this fragrance has an award because it is magical, it is different, and it is a masterpiece. It is unisex. I think that both men and women will really enjoy it, and this will be my go-to fragrance in the summer when it is really hot outside, because it just boosts your energy, it gives you so much power, and I love that about it. It is extremely long lasting in contrast to many other green fragrances that just evaporate so quickly, so I love it, and this is definitely a must try. You can order samples on the official website, the link to it you will find down below, and guys, promise me that you will try amber green because it is an amazing experience. Alright, and now let's move on to another favorite of mine. It is called Rosanna. And Rosanna is a perfect fragrance that you want to put on in the morning when you are going to work in the winter. And why I'm telling you that is because this is a reckless composition made by blending all possible resins together. And resins, they have very dense scent, they are very deep, rich, and not easy, not light. And normally resinous fragrances are more nighttime appropriate. They are very warming, they are very deep, but they are not actually very daytime appropriate unless you really like very intense fragrances throughout the day, but that is not my case. And what I like about this perfume is that it is such a warm fragrance that you, when you're feeling that you want to wear something warm that will warm you up, that will give you a hug, but you don't want to wear two different fragrances throughout the day and you need to apply a fragrance before you're going to work, this is a perfect fragrance for that, because it features intense notes but it is very light and it has extremely good longevity. So it lasts on your skin all day long. It won't overwhelm you or your colleagues at work, which is awesome, and that's for I find it extremely nicely done. It is really beautifully put together, nothing really stands out. As I told you, it is a very warm perfume, it is resinous, and I love it very much. It is a little bit boozy when I smell it. It is sexy, but it is not too sexy. It is not aggressively sexy, if you know what I mean. So this is a perfect fragrance for men and women who are looking for an awesome all day round winter fragrance. Alright guys, another favorite of mine is called Vetiveros, and I will explain you why I like this perfume so much. This is a combination of two very intense natural ingredients. On the one hand, we have vetiver with its smoky herbal character, and vetiver is that note that is used both in classic and in modern perfumery. But on the other hand, we have really smooth, apricot-y, leathery osmanthus. And osmanthus is more an exclusive note. If you see a fragrance with osmanthus in it, believe me, it is a very luxurious perfume. So those two notes, they have a very unique and very complex olfactive profile on their own, and combined together they create a miracle. This perfume, Vetiver, is a miracle. It is a must-have or a must-try of this brand. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed with it. It is smoky, it is soft, and I actually smell an apricot element in it, which I don't get from many other osmanthus fragrances. So I think that men will like this perfume because of a smoky, a little bit masculine vetiver, but women will be attracted to it because of very soft, very flawless osmanthus. And this is kind of like a very contrasting scent because, you know, it is erotic, it is sophisticated, but it is not too much, if you know what I mean. It is not extremely something. It is just really nicely blended, and it is very unique. I promise you, I have never smelled a perfume like this before, and believe me, you haven't either. So definitely give this fragrance a try. As I've said, you can order a sample pack. I think this is more a nighttime appropriate perfume. So if you're looking for something very mysterious, for something very intriguing, then please check out Vetiver. Alright guys, the next fragrance is very different from the previous one. It is called Moss. And moss, its name comes from oak moss. But believe me, this perfume is not that earthy, extremely herbaceous oak moss that we know. If I should describe the word elegance with the perfume, it would be Moss by OLIVER&Co. This perfume is elegance. This perfume is so good. I'm telling you, when I smell it, I'm like falling into the dream. I love it. I love it. When I smell it, I think of a very handsome man wearing a suit, and is just extremely gorgeous. I'm sorry, this is not a masculine perfume, but I wish I could meet men wearing this perfume. So to all men who are watching this video, you need to buy this perfume. This is a blind buy worthy. It is amazing. It is so elegant, it is so fresh, but it is not green, it is not earthy. It is, I don't know how Oliver did that, but he did a miracle. It is fantastic. I love it very much. It is unisex. I could wear it myself, but I would prefer my boyfriend to wear it. So the next fragrance is called Moss 2, and this one is a cleaner version of the previous fragrance, Moss. And to me, the very different kind of like thing, the difference between them is actually that this one is minty. It features a really nice minty note. It is not a toothpaste mint, so don't be afraid of that. I personally love mint. That's why I love this perfume. It is more ozonic, it is more aldehyde, it is just much more cleaner. It is not sharp though. It is very, very pleasant, and it gives you a feeling of being in a forest, if you know what I mean. So it is extremely beautiful, and this one is more unisex to me than the previous one. I would suggest Moss to men and Moss 2 to both men and women. So as the next fragrance is something special. This one is called Genesense, and Genesense is very spicy perfume. It is spicy because of ginger. When you smell it in the opening, ginger is so intense, and it is beautiful. It smells very, very authentic and natural, just like a real ginger, and that is awesome. So what do I want to tell you about this perfume? If you're a woman and you will wear this perfume, men will be so attracted to you because they will think, wow, if she decided to put such fragrance, how is her personality? So what I mean, they will be really intrigued by your fragrance, and they will kind of like, they want to learn more about you, if that makes any sense. So women, you really need to try out this perfume, but it is extremely unisex and it will be actually more I don't know, like more appropriate for a man. I don't know why I'm telling that, maybe because it is a little bit sharp and spicy, and I'm instinctively think of man when I think of something spicy and sharp. I don't know. This perfume is beautiful. It is kind of like all year round fragrance, and you can actually wear it to any occasion. Work, something formal, or not necessarily a daytime fragrance. It is just a beautiful kind of like work or nighttime out fragrance. It is very, very universal. Alright guys, and the next fragrance is called AVANT-GARDE. Well, AVANT-GARDE is a balsamic perfume and it is so rich, and vanilla here is, I'm telling you, it is so good. So this perfume represents spicy ginger oil and beautiful sweet vanilla that kind of like merge in each other, if that makes any sense. It is such a different take on vanilla. Vanilla here is not glamorous. It is really cool. It is not a dirty vanilla, but it is so beautiful. It is a very smooth combination though. It is very flawless. It is not sharp at all. It is a little bit powdery. It is a little bit more gourmand. And to me, this is a perfect fragrance for upcoming holidays like Christmas. It is a beautiful winter time fragrance and is absolutely unisex, maybe more on the feminine side. And the last but not least fragrance of the illustrated series is called La Colonia. And La Colonia, when I see a name like that, Colonia, Cologne, I'm not excited because I don't like colognes. To me, they are very citrusy and very light, but that is very different, as you probably guessed. So it is a very beautiful, classy perfume. It is aquatic, it is green, it is citrusy, but in contrast to many other colognes, this fragrance lasts on the skin for many, many hours. It is very light and it is very pleasant, and to me it was a huge surprise that I like it, because as I've told you, colognes are not my thing, but I think this is a beautiful, very versatile perfume that will be amazing on both men and women, maybe more appropriate for a man, but still very, very versatile, and it is very neutral. So everybody needs to have fragrances like this in your collection, and if you like classic fragrances but you want something with a modern twist, I highly recommend you La Colonia, because it is just perfect. I don't know, there is no nothing that I don't like about it. So as I told you that all fragrances have really great longevity, and that is true. Oliver uses raw materials, he uses naturals and synthetics, but his synthetics have amazing quality, and that's for fragrances are very long lasting, they smell very natural, and I'm very I'm just in love with them. I'm telling you, every time I smell his fragrances, I'm falling in love with them all over again. So that's been said about illustrated series. Now let's move on to the Nebula series. And Nebula collection, it represents kind of like the whole universe. There are two fragrances. I have this beautiful perfume. This is kind of like the illustration to it, and it is called Orion. Now, unfortunately, I lost the other one. It is called Carina, but I remember that that one is super sparkly. It has slightly metallic elements, and it is just very complex. These two fragrances are extremely complex. You can see that it features tons of different notes, and this one, in contrast to the Carina, it is very deep. It is extremely rich. It is a very mature scent, at least to me, and it is extremely hard to describe it. I'm telling you, I have really hard times with describing this perfume. You really need to smell it. That's why I highly recommend to order a sample pack of Nebula series and of the illustrated series, because guys, these fragrances are something awesome. You will be so grateful that I recommended you to order samples, because this is something truly amazing and price is so affordable. So it is definitely, they all are worth it, your attention. And yeah, Nebula, I love it, but it is definitely a fragrance for a special occasion, and believe me, nobody else will smell like that. So if you want to stand out, if you want to be in the center of in the center of attention, then you need to grab one of Oliver's fragrances. And that concludes this video. I hope that you are still here and that this video was helpful for you and interesting to watch. As you can see, I'm extremely passionate about this brand, and I just want to tell you, check it out. The link is down below, and let me know how you like these fragrances. And that was all from me. If you enjoyed watching this video, then please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already for more videos like this, and we'll see each other in my next one really soon. Bye!